What is up, Farmstrong Nation? I got some of my rock stars with me. You guys may know Dr. Jess, but you may not know Rhea Moriarty, but I wanted to highlight her today because she is literally one of the poster children. Like, she's on the banner, y'all, like, because of her results that she's done. If you guys don't know, Jess and I have been running some fitness groups because we believe that when you combine chiropractic and a fitness coach, everything just works so much better, and it works like what it's done in Rhea. Rhea, I just want to tell Facebook kind of your success, where you've gone, where you started from, and where you are now. And y'all, I want you to just mash the love button, because out of all the people, I know a lot of fitness coaches follow me. You all want a Rhea Moriarty in your challenge group. I can guarantee that. So tell me kind of what you've done, because it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great for me. It's been a huge life changer. I started with Dr. Jess about 2 years ago, and was sort of in chronic pain. I had pain in my lower back and pain in my neck, and had, rather than the golden 45-degree angle, I had the 0
in the neck. Yeah, she had absolutely no curve in her neck, and you had a fracture there years ago.
Yeah, so about 20 years ago, a car accident broke my neck. So lots of just chronic pain, and little things would throw me off for days. And so I started with Dr. Jess about 2 years ago, and things were sort of going along just fine, and the adjustments were making a difference, and I was feeling a lot better. And then in November, I got an email. It just came at the right time, an invitation to join a challenge group from Dr. Jess and from Andy, and I was just ready for the fitness change. And so I joined the group in beginning of November, and just kind of took off from there. And I've lost almost 45 pounds.
Wow.
And how many months is that now?
It's
4?
Been
4.
5
November, December, January, February, March.
And we're April now.
Yeah. So end of 5 months.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And lost about 19 inches. So it's been huge. And I feel so much better. I don't have chronic pain anymore. When I do those little things that used to set me off for days, when I would be just out of whack, it doesn't affect me anymore. That spinal curvature is now at that golden 45 degrees. And
100% correction.
Yes.
And the last bit of that happened after you started the exercise.
Yes.
We still had 10 degrees to go, and we were kind of getting a little bit stuck. So after the exercise.
So let's talk about that, because Jess, you treat people all the time for different things. And when we brought this group, we had people like Rhea in mind. But why should, first of all, what do people come to see you for, and why, when they add fitness and losing weight, how do they accelerate their results by doing that?
Yeah, so most people get introduced to what I do through some sort of a pain. I see a lot of people have chronic pain. So it's not, I do see the people that just come in, they lifted something too heavy, something went in their back, and it's an acute thing. We see that, but most of what we see is chronic pain. So things that develop after old injuries, accidents, and then just lifestyle. And those things tend to get so much better when you add in exercise. But the problem I see with a lot of people is it hurts to move.
Right.
And it hurts so much to exercise that if you do one day, you need 4 days of recovery. And so with the adjustments and with working with the body first for a period of time, usually we can get people to the point where they can exercise without pain, or be able to modify exercise without pain. And then that significantly helps to hold adjustments. And for every pound you lose, it's 4 pounds of pressure off of the spinal disc.
Wow.
So you lost 45 pounds times 4,
180
right? So
pounds.
180 pounds off of
Craziness.
180 pounds of pressure off of the lumbar discs in your spine, which, why don't I have low back pain anymore? I don't know. 180 pounds less pressure, right?
Yeah.
That's huge. But even if it's a 5 pound or a 2 pound loss, that's huge in terms of maintaining the health of the spine over time.
So when Rhea comes in, gets these amazing results, how does she adjust and how does she feel when you see somebody taking, like, it's not just the weight loss, but it's the core strength that she's getting as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So how does that feel from the chiropractor's perspective?
Like working on a different body.
Totally.
I mean, from just the change in the neck, the before and after on that was just amazing. I mean, it made my week to see, and then
it's crazy. Like, I have goals. You guys have seen my neck. Like, I want to be like Rhea because she's actually at the finish line of where I want to go.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, with that, and that's the beginning, right? Because that's where the spinal cord comes out from the brain, and then all the nerves come out from there. So that's the beginning of it. But getting down into your question about the core and the exercise, I mean, all the time I tell people, you need to work your core, you need to work your core. But a lot of times the core stuff hurts the back.
Right.
So that's where we get back into that sort of no-win situation. But with Rhea, her core is strong. Her back muscles are strong because especially the Beachbody programs, they work that posterior chain.
Yep.
So they're targeting the back muscles as well. And it's just like working on a different person, and the adjustments hold. And, you know, something that may have set her off completely for a week or two, she comes in and goes, you know, oh yeah, after I adjust her, she goes, oh, by the way, I did this yesterday and it's fine. And I'm like, it is. I didn't feel anything. I could have never known. And at the beginning, I go, oh, what did you do yesterday? Or what did you do the last couple of days? Because it would be so tight and not happy in that, especially in that lower back and the middle back for her.
Totally.
But it doesn't happen anymore. It's just a maintenance adjustment. You just go, okay, I'm going to tune things up and make them better today instead of trying to clean up damage.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, Jessica's got to get back to healing people. She does that all the time. But last thing too is she has all of her clients. If more people were like Rhea, like what could you do if they took that fitness piece? Like, what is the difference between treatment time, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, it's night and day.
Night and day.
Yeah, if we have our clients exercising and losing weight and strengthening their core, I mean, you become more. So maintenance care for your spine becomes more of a combination of you get adjusted, you work out, you use a foam roller, maybe you get a massage once a month, depending upon your lifestyle. But it's like it's a 3 or 4 things you do for yourself a month that versus 3 or 4 times a week.
Totally.
Or as the spine degenerates, that becomes you become more of a chronic pain patient. And so it's less time with me and less time at a PT over the years versus more. The spine, I think there's this myth that arthritis just happens when we age, and arthritis happens when you have abnormal forces over a spine for a long period of time, whether that be misalignment or misalignment added weight. All of those things are going to play into it. So definitely less maintenance over time, which is dollars back in your pocket.
Totally. Well, if you feel like, hey, I'm in pain or something's not right, I feel tweaked, and I can't start a program, like go see Dr. Jess, go see the Cafe of Life. She has this great new patient special where she actually will look at an x-ray of you instead of just guessing or start moving you.
And I'm familiar enough with the programs, and I'm always playing in and out of the Beachbody programs to be able to say, yes, you can do this, or no, you shouldn't to start, and we can really tailor those things to what the needs are, even if you're in pain. Rhea had some time with me under her belt ahead of time, so she was in much better shape. But it doesn't. You can start doing anything. I have people with disc injuries that we have doing planks, and they can barely walk. So so there's a lot you can do to stay strong. You don't have to lose your fitness because you're in pain.
Very cool. Well, Jess, I thank you. I appreciate working with you and doing what we have. So go heal some more people. I'm going to talk with Rhea. Because it's one thing, Rhea, to have all of this structure and, hey, you have all of this support. You have Dr. Jess to align your spine, to help take away the pain, to get you to go. You have me to give you some structure, how to fitness, but you still got to do the work. And I guarantee you people watching the video are being like, just like maybe they woke up and it's like, oh, today's a Monday, I should go do it. And it's like, oh, but my Monday's already getting away. So how have you been able to do it? Like, just how have you been able to do it?
Yeah, I am not someone that really likes working out. And I definitely had what Dr. Jess was talking about. I would try to work out before I got into these groups, and it was hard to go to the gym, and I would end up being kind of in pain, and things didn't really work, and I didn't know what to do. Should I do the elliptical? Should I lift weights? But then what weights? And so I kind of gave it up, and I was like, well, I'm feeling better because of the adjustments, so it's good enough. And I never really enjoyed working out. I still don't necessarily enjoy it.
Totally.
But I've been able to really make it a part of my everyday habits.
Okay.
Because of the accountability from this group, and really counting on posting in the private groups and being able to say, hey, I got it done today, or hey, it was really hard today, but I made myself do it. And that accountability has really helped me a lot. It's something where I feel like I count on myself to get it done.
Yeah.
Whether or not anybody else reads the posts or notices or any of that doesn't really necessarily matter as much as me counting on myself to get it done and get it posted and just have it be a part of my everyday habit. It's the way I wake up, I work out, I deal with the dogs, go for a walk, and then I'm ready to start my day. So really changing up that morning routine and making it a part of my everyday routine has made it easy for me to just get it done.
Well, I want to acknowledge Rhea because she does it, and she doesn't sugarcoat it. Like, she's like, yeah, I showed up and today wasn't great, but you still check the box there, right? And I think a lot of people I see, if they can't crush their workout, or if they can't do where they feel is like their best effort, they just don't show up. But you've showed up on good days, on days when you've had pain, on days when you were in Argentina. Like, where does that come from?
I've been feeling so good, and it just everything combined, the workout, the nutrition that I got through the Beachbody stuff, the adjustments from Dr. Jess, all of that combined makes me feel so good. And it wasn't that long ago that I was feeling pretty bad every day. So it's easy to remember, hey, I remember when I would get out of bed and I'd have to walk kind of hunched over for the first 20 minutes I was out of bed because my back hurt and my neck hurt, and the dogs would run into me and it would knock me over. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't do it.
Right.
And now I kind of bounce out of bed and I'm ready to go, and it doesn't hurt. And even if I slept a little funky or the dogs were kicking my back all night, I can still get up and feel good. And I want to keep that going. That's a huge motivation for me to keep that feeling good in my body going. So that helps.
How long did it take for you to start? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to work out, and then you start working out. And you're like, oh, it's really hard, and I'm in this new thing, and there's this excitement that you're doing something new. But how long did it take before you started feeling the results of like, oh wait, that back thing that I used to wake up with, I'm not doing that, or I have this new me I'm becoming. Like, what day or what moment, or how did that start to come?
It was probably pretty gradual. I don't know that there was necessarily a moment. It kind of came over time. There were the first 2 weeks. I started with the Core de Force program. The first 2 weeks were hard.
Totally.
Oh my God, the push-up. I couldn't do a push-up. I couldn't do a single push-up. I was doing all of my push-ups against the wall. I couldn't do a push-up on my knees. I just couldn't do it. I'd lay there and they'd say do a plank, and I'd be like, no. And so it was hard. It was hard to keep going, but I was like, I signed up for this. It's a 30-day program. I can do anything for 30 days. And as I got into it and I was towards the end able to do some push-ups on my knees, I was like, oh, I'm actually getting stronger. I'm feeling better about this. I'm feeling better about myself. And so that really helped. And it was probably around day 45, day 60 when I was more into a habit. I was into a second program. I was feeling like I could really do a lot more than I was able to on day one. That I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can keep going. And so that just added to that momentum and that motivation to keep pushing.
Well, guys, I'll brag on Rhea a little bit because we just had them all take a fit test for this next push we're doing. And she posted her before stats, which is, after so much. But you talking about push-ups, how many push-ups did you do on your before fit test?
I did 11 push-ups on my toes.
On her toes, after not being able to do a single push-up, not even from your knees when you began?
Yeah,
it's incredible.
That was, 5 months ago, and now I can actually do push-ups on my toes. So
that's awesome.
The difference in strength, core strength, arms, legs, everything is huge. So I'm really very happy with my results. Very
cool. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about where you're going, but the last thing is everybody's like busy and they got big people live big lives. Like everybody who's got a lot of stuff going on, adding fitness, no matter who you are, where you come from, that's something you have to commit to. How did you make it a daily behavior? Because you had all this other stuff going on too. How did you fit in, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes an hour into your day?
It's a little bit easier for me because I can create my own schedule at work. So on those days where I just really didn't feel like getting out of bed and I would get started a little bit later, I'm able to go into work a little bit later. I can stay at work a little bit later. So I can adjust my schedule back and forth. So that really helped me create that habit in that I didn't have to skip it because my morning fell off the rails and I ended up behind schedule. So that really helps for me. I'm getting up earlier, certainly, than I was before. But it's worth it when I feel so much better just starting my day out already having done that work and already having completed that part of that routine.
That's awesome. Well, so we got this Jumpstart group. I just know that Rhea is going to be one of my most consistent challengers, and where she is now, she's just going to crush it because she just does. I mean, as you get to know somebody, who they are and who they're becoming, I know Rhea's going to check in. I know she's going to get consistent results too, because it's one thing to check in, but you're consistently losing about a pound or 2 pounds a week. She goes on vacation, she does it. And where are you going? Like, what is your final goal? Because you're not at the end of your journey yet. You've come almost 45 pounds to this point, which is awesome. But where are you going? And what is your big dreams that you've got a hold of?
I don't necessarily want to have an end goal as far as a weight loss or a size or being a certain weight. What I want for myself is for fitness and nutrition to be an everyday part of my life for the rest of my life, so that when I'm a little older than I am now, I don't end up back in that chronic pain. I don't want to say, okay, I want to get to 145 pounds and then I'll be done, because then I kind of feel like, well, I'm done. I might as well just
that's it, y'all.
Not work out anymore because I don't really like it. So an end goal for me doesn't really work. I really want to just make this a part of my everyday life, ongoing.
Don't you see why I love her, y'all? Like, because that's it. She's just become this fitter, healthier person. But you do have your eyes set on a tattoo that you told me about. Okay.
Yeah, I have a couple of tattoos that are coming up that I'm pretty excited about.
So she's gonna reward herself with that. And I just know she's gonna get it. I've kind of said, hey, one of my big goals is helping as many people win. We talked about the Beachbody Challenge. Rhea's gonna win the Beachbody Challenge one of these times, y'all. And so what program are you doing now? And what do you want to accomplish for these next 30 days with the Jumpstart program?
Right now I'm doing the Quarter Force program because I actually really love it. It makes me feel like I can take on the world.
She totally can too.
And I think for the Jumpstart program, I'm probably going to do the 21-day fit extreme.
Okay.
I'm a little scared of the extreme, but I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. So I'm going to do that for the 21 days of the Jumpstart program.
It's awesome. Well, I'll keep you guys updated on how Rhea does, because she is definitely someone to watch. She is someone, if you're just starting out, to model your behavior for. I know a lot of people look at me and they see my abs and they're like, oh, Annie, I can never do what you can do.
No, I don't have any abs.
Right, but Rhea, just, I love the way you break it down and the way that she shares in our group, y'all. Like, hey, today I had knee pain and I couldn't do these part of the moves, but I showed up, I checked the box, I'm going to do better tomorrow. And seeing you show up every day, that's something everybody can do, is effort. And if you have a Rhea effort, whatever you want is attainable to you. And then I think the ultimate goal that I want my clients to do is get a Rhea mindset that I don't have an end point, I'm just becoming healthier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have little goals along the way, like my tattoos, but ultimately, there is no end goal.
Cool. Do you have any last words of advice for maybe somebody who was feeling like you were feeling when you started? Like you would get out of bed and you had to like walk hunched over, frustrated, where you said the email caught you at the right time. For somebody watching this video, it might be the right time. Yeah. What advice would you have to say to them?
Just start.
Yeah.
Just get going and push through. It's hard. It sucks at the beginning.
Totally.
And just pushing through, it helps. Get some support. Get surrounded by people that are happy for you, that are excited for you, for the change in your life. Get into this group. Andy is amazing. The support that I get from you is phenomenal, and that helps keep me going. Just having that knowing that people are in the background cheering me on, even if they're not posting every day. I know that they're there and they're happy about that progress, and they're happy that I'm making the change. Friends, people that I know, people that I don't know from the group. It's just amazing to have that support. So just get started.
Very cool. I appreciate you so much, Rhea. And I appreciate that when somebody joins my group, they have people like you to just, I just had to do what Rhea does. I just have to show up, and they can see success, because when you do start it, like you said, it's hard. It's hard. And if you have people constantly sharing wins like Rhea, I'm almost to 45 pounds, or my neck is a perfect 45-degree reverse curve now. That social proof of it working is very motivational to somebody just starting out. So thank you for keeping it up. Thank you for being so consistent. And then I love the answer of like, I'm about the lifestyle and not about looking good in a bathing suit for summer or whatever that is. So I appreciate you all. I will keep you all updated on Rhea's story, because it is an incredible one and it is an ever-evolving one. But if you're interested in working with us, and Rhea Jumpstart starts a week from today, I would love to have you in it and working and jumpstart your own life. We are actually requiring that you be like Rhea, because it's mandatory check-ins for 21 days, and that momentum that we build will propel you forward to the rest of your results. So Rhea, thank you so much. Keep going. I appreciate you going on Facebook Live and giving my audience some support and encouragement. And I'll check in with you guys later. Bye.